So remember, though the distance between Delhi and Kerala is still some bit, but when it comes to a lot of these early warning systems that usually the governments have in place to ensure that any state can be foretold about a disaster that is waiting to happen, can make a lot of difference. Now, before we actually begin looking at all these images, you would recall that a state like Odisha is a classic example of what can be done in case you have a state wanting to save lives. Because we've seen Odisha be hit by cyclones every now and then, but you have seen a classic fall in the number of people losing their lives. But when it comes to Kerala, this entire landslide that has struck Wayanad in the last few hours, we're seeing the death toll that continues to rise. A lot of people are still said to be missing. You have multiple rescue teams right now on the spot. But what the Union Home Minister Amit Shah today has said on the floor of the House is very significant. He says, and I have the timeline with me, he says on July the 23rd, that is 7 days before you have the tragedy striking the state, we had sent a warning. The centre had warned Kerala. Then he says on July the 24th and July the 25th, these alerts were issued again. And then on July the 26th, there was another warning that went out that said there could be heavy rains. He does say that I'm not playing politics. This is not the time for politics, and we are with the state in this very difficult time. And this is the reason why the Prime Minister is also continuously keeping an eye on the situation. But he says that had the state evacuated its people on time, we could have averted this tragedy. Is that true? Now, quickly came in the counter from the Kerala Chief Minister, Pinarayi Vijayan. Now, he claims that nothing like this happened. He claims that we got an alert only after the tragedy struck. Now, clearly, one of them is not speaking the truth. And this means, remember, that this again is a joke on your and my lives. Much like you've seen in the national capital, and that's the other story that we are weaving in together, because our larger perspective is that do citizens' lives not matter? Even in Delhi, you've seen that particular blame game being played between the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP, the MCD, and no one responsible. Nilesh can lose his life, no one accountable. Shreya loses her life, no one accountable. Tanya also not with us anymore, no one accountable. Naveen is no more, again, no one accountable. The Chief Minister is in jail, and there are parties, netas worried about his deteriorating health. The High Court had to step in earlier today, and the High Court says, if you people don't give us a solution and an answer to why have people been allowed to die, we will act. The court has said we'll get a CBI inquiry into this. So just for a moment, think of what is the value to your and my lives. We'll also be taking your calls live on the show. Our numbers will flash on your screens. We'll have a full panel of guests joining us in just a moment. But first up, I want to begin by the most important reaction that has come in earlier from the Parliament. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah, followed by the counter that has come in from the Kerala Chief Minister on the tragedy that has struck Kerala. Listen in very, very carefully to the charge and the counter charge.
अर्ली वार्निंग अर्ली वार्निंग अर्ली वार्निंग अर्ली वार्निंग बोलते ही गए। मैं सदन के सामने स्पष्टता करना चाहता हूं, 23 जुलाई को केरल सरकार को अर्ली वार्निंग भारत सरकार की ओर से दी गई थी। 23 जुलाई को 7 दिन फिर 24 को गई, फिर 25 को गई, 26 तारीख को मान्यवर ये कहा गया कि 20 सेंटीमीटर से ज्यादा वर्षा होगी, भारी वर्षा होगी, लैंडस्लाइड होने की संभावना है, मड भी रस होकर आ सकता है और लोग इसके अंदर दबकर मर भी सकते हैं। मगर भारत सरकार की अर्ली वार्निंग सिस्टम पर सवाल किए गए, इसलिए मैं कहता हूं प्लीज लिसन अस, मत चिल्लाइए, प्लीज रीड इट।
ദുരന്തം ഉണ്ടാകുന്നതിന് മുൻപ് ഒരു തവണ പോലും ആ പ്രദേശത്ത് റെഡ് അലർട്ട് നൽകിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. അപകടം ഉണ്ടായതിനു ശേഷം റെഡ് അലർട്ട് ഈ പ്രദേശത്ത് മുന്നറിയിപ്പായി നൽകുന്നത്. ജൂലൈ 23 മുതൽ 29 വരെയുള്ള ഒരു ദിവസം പോലും കേന്ദ്ര ജല കമ്മീഷൻ ഇരുവഴിഞ്ഞി പുഴയിലോ ചാലിയാറിലോ പ്രളയ മുന്നറിയിപ്പ് പുറപ്പെടുവിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. അപ്പോൾ പാർലമെന്റിൽ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യങ്ങൾ വസ്തുതാ വിരുദ്ധമായ കാര്യങ്ങളായിട്ടാണ് വരുന്നത്.
So Pinarayi Vijayan, they're saying don't play politics. Now I have to ask who's playing politics, Deepak. You've been on ground zero for the last many hours, and I must tell our team that he's been just braving all those conditions to get you that live reportage, to get you real-time updates of what's been happening, Deepak. And if today we understand that the state was forewarned, isn't that an obvious question then to ask that why did the state not ensure the safety of its citizens?
Yes, while the centre of course says that they have given a warning, the state denies it. Now the question, and more importantly what you said earlier, holds very true here in this case, that at the end of the day it's the innocent lives that are at stake, and the blame game can happen, the politics can happen, but these lives that are lost, the families that are grieving, there is no way to console them, there's no way to bring back the dead with the mere compensations. And clearly there should have been more that was done to evacuate people if there was a warning. Now, I took this question across to multiple people at the relief camps. What I heard was predominantly a no. They didn't get any sort of warning, and some of them who did took it lightly and didn't leave. Now, more often than not, when you do have, floodgates that are open, possibility of, river banks being flooded, landslides that are happening, yes, officials do issue circulars, but does it really reach the people who are there in their houses to tell them how serious the matter is, how much of rainfall can come in? Because
Absolutely.
This is the same area. I was here a couple of years ago when there was another landslide, and again dozens of lives were lost there. So people know the seriousness of things, but it was whether these officials went there and delivered this message with all honesty and honesty is the big question. And
yes, and Deepak, I think because you are a best team on ground there, and I hope and pray that we really have an answer to that question, much like the tragedy that has unfolded in Delhi, that again is looking at answers. But I thank you for getting us that quick insight. And remember, we have a lot of callers already calling us into our newsrooms, and to all of them I will say thank you, and just a little bit of patience before I want to play out what's happened vis-a-vis the Delhi story. The Delhi story has also seen a lot of political blame game. You are seeing lives lost, and even right now as we are putting out this broadcast, there are reports of heavy rains lashing the national capital. Just hope and pray that no other basement gets flooded and no more Shreya, Tanya and Naveen have to die, because the government is in deep slumber. Listen into responses we have.
जो बाकी इंक्वायरी रिपोर्ट है वो अभी 7 दिन में आएगी, लेकिन प्रिलिमिनरी इंक्वायरी रिपोर्ट के आधार पर ही एमसीडी ने तुरंत कार्रवाई शुरू कर दी। सबसे पहले जो जेई जिम्मेदार थे वहां पे ड्रेन की मेंटेनेंस के लिए, जिनकी जिम्मेदारी थी ये देखना कि ड्रेन पर इंक्रोचमेंट ना हो, उस जेई पर सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई हुई और उसको एमसीडी से टर्मिनेट कर दिया गया है। जो एई थे, असिस्टेंट इंजीनियर, उनको तुरंत सस्पेंड कर दिया गया है।
आखिरी सवाल, कांग्रेस पार्टी कैंडल लाइट मार्च हुआ, कांग्रेस पार्टी का एक प्रोटेस्ट हुआ, लेकिन जो देवेंद्र यादव हैं, जो उनके प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष हैं, उनकी जो फोटो है वो विक्टिम्स की फोटो से बड़ी दिखाई दी उसमें। हालांकि जब देवेंद्र यादव से पूछा गया, उन्होंने कहा कि कार्यकर्ताओं ने कर दिया होगा, लेकिन ऐसे मामले में, इतने संवेदनशील मामले में भी राजनीति हुई, उनकी पोस्टर से बड़ा पोस्टर देवेंद्र यादव का था।
दुखद है, और जो बच्चे चले गए हैं उनकी फोटो के साथ इस तरह से ये सब करना, लेकिन देवेंद्र यादव या कांग्रेस के जो इस तरह के मार्च हैं, ये हाथी के दांत खाने के हो रहे हैं, दिखाने के हो रहे हैं। देवेंद्र यादव जवाब देना कि उनके जो बड़े नेता हैं केंद्र के, वो आज उस भ्रष्टाचारी मुख्यमंत्री की समर्थन में कैसे जंतर मंतर पहुंचे थे, इसका जवाब दे दे देवेंद्र यादव।
So it's a very interesting situation, Suhail, as we'll say good evening to him joining us along with Mithun Vijay Kumar, who's also a political analyst on the show. Good to also have Dilip Sherian, he's a founder of Perfect Relations. Ajay Verma ji, senior leader of the Congress party with us. We also have Parvinder Singh Sethi, who's a political analyst, and we are expecting more citizen voices to join us through the course of the show. And, Suhail, multiple callers who are calling us, into our newsrooms today have just one question, Suhail, and the first question I want you to address, because I've seen you also, raising a lot of these issues, getting very angry, Suhail. But this anger does not lead us to anywhere. Interesting thing is, everyone is passing the buck. You and I can die, no one cares.
But here's the thing, Dipti. If we aren't angry, we are complicit. If our silence is the benchmark, then that is complicit. Here's what's happening. India doesn't care about its citizens. It's all bunkum that, oh, we care about our people and all. That's bullshit. No political party cares about its people. What do they care about? Power. And who do they get their power from? The people. But ironically, the people don't matter. Let me tell you, we as a country live from crisis to crisis, from tragedy to tragedy, and we don't learn any lessons. Civilized societies learn lessons. Civilized societies put processes in place. Civilized societies don't politic over things that concern innocent lives. 3 children dead. Why not? Now, if Amit Shah is to be believed, as he should, because he said it in Parliament, there could be a privilege motion against him if he's lied. If he's saying this, you have a Kerala Chief Minister who's doing the counterpoint.
Absolutely.
Placed in the public domain. But they won't. The problem is that these people are so busy fighting each other that they're not fighting a crisis. They are so busy abusing each other that the system is getting abused all the time. You saw Atishi's clip.
Yes.
We have terminated one AE. We have suspended. Have any of these rogues, and I will call them rogues because that's what they are. Have any one of them tendered their resignation? No. Have any one of them gone to the site at the moment it happened? No. Where is that councillor? She's missing. Where is the MCD commissioner? He hasn't been hauled up. I'm so delighted the Delhi High Court has summoned the MCD commissioner. My advice to the honorable judges of the Delhi High Court would be, when this joker arrives in the courts tomorrow, arrest him. Show demonstrable punishment.
But why don't we have, Suhail, I think it's a fantastic point that you make. Arrest all these authorities who today are accountable, but that does not happen. That does not happen. Yes,
the LG is fighting the Aam Aadmi Party.
Absolutely, protesting against each other. And like you said, and I'm going to borrow that line, you said they're all fighting against each other. No one is fighting the crisis. We also have some netas on the panel. And I will also take a few callers with the permission of all our guests joining us. And Dilip, before I come to you, I'm told Jaspal is calling us from Rohtak. Jaspalji, good evening and thank you for calling us. Who today is responsible, sir?
And good evening to the finest panel you have. There are 4 points. One is, what is the magnitude of problem in Delhi? There should be audit of each building, NOC fire, and all irregularities. All people who are hiring accommodation without police verification. All illegal immigrants who are staying in the areas where the water flows. Now coming to the second point. Who is responsible? In the constitution, there shall be a chief minister, his council of ministers.
Yes.
And the governor shall work on their advice. There is nobody else who can be held responsible. The chief minister is saying, I can run it from jail. He should be brought out, charged with culpable homicide. Of all these boys, minimum compensation paid for civic apathy should be 5 crores. And it should be given to the female members, mother and sisters. They are the ones who will be feeling the pain throughout their life. If this cannot be done, there is no other. Now there is the ED and CBI. All these people who have made money out of this on the basic education, they should be all hauled up. Everyone has to come to an action.
Good points, Captain Saab. Yes, only for word of time, because I'm told we are flooded with callers and I really want to, get the citizens to speak on the show, Suhail, because I think much like you and Dilipji, there are some very, very strong sentiments today that people in the country are facing. I also have Rajiv who's joining us from Mumbai. Rajivji, good evening. What is it that you would want to say on the show?
I have just 2 points. First of all, thank you so much for getting me online. And
Sir.
Good evening to all the panelists. My point is very simple. The middle class is crushed. And second thing, had it been any other country, why are the civic officials, the politicians, why aren't their assets being attacked when such kind of things happen? Had it been in some other country in Europe, you would have seen the BMC or NDMC guys running for their life.
Absolutely.
Even when the BMC's board fell, why was no BMC guy arrested? Where are NDMC people today? Why are they catching a poor guy who's driving a jeep there? This is mockery and mockery of middle class. End of my point.
Yes, Rajivji, I second that sentiment, every word that you've said. Thank you so much for calling in. And another 30 seconds, I want to take M. Radha, who's calling us from Bengaluru. M. Radha, good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am. I just want to say two things. That whenever in Delhi some mishap happens, Atishi Marlena will be shaking her head, and the script is already written by everybody. Even a child knows what she's going to talk. So it is better that these hooligans, all the ministers, put in jail and their property confiscated and they paid as compensation to all the victims. And second thing, in Kerala, such a disaster has happened and it was forewarned.
Yes.
Then this CM is there for since a long time. Why can't he take any action beforehand to prevent such a mishap? And I'm really worried whenever such mishap happens. I'm worried about the ladies, the pregnant ladies, and the handicapped people and the aged persons. No, we are all family people. We should understand the agony of other persons, empathize with them. And why do we have to have states, chief ministers, and other council of ministers going down till the pew? Why can't they take any action to prevent such mishaps anywhere?
Absolutely.
In Delhi, it is really tragic, madam. I can't understand what the Delhi government is doing, and for the sake of CM's life, they are putting into lives of others into jeopardy.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Radhaji, for calling us. And I just will take one more caller before I get in our panelists. I'm told Radhakrishnan ji is waiting patiently on the phone line. He's calling from Chennai. And Sethi Saab, I hope you're listening to every caller who's calling us, because these are important voices. This is what citizens today feel. They are not bothered about your excuses. Radhakrishnan ji, good evening. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. My name is Ramakrishnan, just for correction. I would like to speak about this Kerala tragedy because that is emotionally very attached for me. My wife is from Kerala. And if you recall, every year, virtually every year, Kerala goes through this cycle of drought and floods. And this government audaciously blames the central government. I, for one, as a common citizen, if a government cares for its citizens, I thought the Kerala government should have run to the central government and sought all the technologies and the early warning systems and every possible assistance before the disaster strike. And I don't think the state government acted in such a haste in care for its citizens. That is sorely missing. That is shocking for me. That is what I wanted to stress in this panel.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling us. And I think all these are very, very important responses. Dilip, first to you, then I'll get Sethi Saab, Ajay ji, and also Mithun into the conversation, Dilip. But what do we do? I mean, we can come here, we outrage, we run after, people who are accountable. All that they say, inquiry betha diye, we'll, figure out what's going wrong until another tragedy strikes us.
Dipti, the problem is that we are all ruled at the moment by emotion because of the sheer human tragedy. But don't forget that the line from Delhi to Kerala also passes through a place called Hathras, where we had a humongous tragedy, which was not nature's fury.
Yes.
Second, in terms of logicality, if indeed we have such precise mapping of how much rainfall is going to happen in any place, why is it that the Delhi tragedy was not appropriately foretold? And why was there a flood of that kind which resulted in the nasty episode which happened in the basement? Again, lack of logic. We still do not know, and nobody has bothered to follow, who actually owns that building and who got all the permissions to rent it out. Now, I think that between the Aam Aadmi Party, the central government and the Kerala government, the blame game results in you and me getting killed, in you and me having our lives treated like trash. And as I said, the voice of logic needs to be clear to prevent these things. It is not just man-made tragedies which are killing our citizens on a daily basis. We're not even going into what's happening on rail accidents. But the fact is that nature's fury is probably the least expected. But if you say that you are giving a warning, surely that warning is meant for the public. And the public should be told about that warning and the severity of the damage as without any people interfering in between. If the people had got to know, they would certainly have taken life-saving action the government ought to have. But between this blame game, the real fact that emerges is that if you look at it from a logical point of view, the discrepancies tell you the real story.
I think, Dilip, you make a good point there, but, we can agree to disagree at times. What happens, it spreads panic. So, the government can always counter saying we don't want to spread panic. The state has an apparatus to work accordingly. And I must say, we don't have a BJP or a centre's representative on the show. We did try to speak to them, but because of certain logistical issues, we could not get a representative. But this is a valid question, Dilip, and I'm just going to park this on a side as we take this quickly to Parvinder ji and then also to Mithun and to Ajay जी. परविंदर सिंह सेठी साहब, अब आप क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी के सपोर्टर हैं सर, आप अरविंद केजरीवाल की इतनी चिंता करते हैं, लेकिन दिल्ली वालों की चिंता करने के लिए तो कोई नहीं है इस समय।
नहीं देखिए, बिल्कुल ये ट्रेजेडी है, बड़ी दुखद है। और ये जो राजनीति, जो घटिया राजनीति सेंटर के साथ चल रही है, जिस प्रकार से जल भराव के लिए नोटिस जारी किया गया था 6 फरवरी को, 13 फरवरी को मीटिंग कॉल करी गई।
अरे सेठी साहब, अगर अब आप भी आकर शो पर तारीखें बताएंगे ना सर, तो ऐसे नहीं चलेगा। आप मुझे ये बताइए कि आम आदमी पार्टी से कितने लोगों का इस्तीफा हुआ है? आपने कितने लोगों के खिलाफ FIR की है सर, बताइए।
नहीं देखिए, मैं बता रहा हूँ नहीं देखिए, जिस प्रकार से जेई को टर्मिनेट करा गया, असिस्टेंट इंजीनियर जो था,
सर आपने सुना है ना कोर्ट ने क्या कहा है आज कि स्मॉल फिश के पीछे मत जाइए, स्मॉल फिश के पीछे मत जाइए। आपने अपना सारा ध्यान रखा है फ्रीबी कल्चर पर। दिल्ली का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बद से बदतर हो गया है सर, ये कोर्ट कहता है।
Before Sethi says something,
देखिए,
citizen is to blame for electing
30 से ज्यादा 20 मिनट को सील करी गई है।
और सेठी साहब, सुहेल तो कह रहे हैं कि ये सिटीजन्स की गलती है कि आप जैसी निकम्मी सरकार को चुना है।
और भी लोग हैं,
क्योंकि आप फ्रीबीज दे रहे हो, लोग चुन रहे हैं।
अरे सुहेल साहब को अपने समय में बोलिएगा सर, अपने समय में बोलिएगा। मैं आपको बता रहा हूं, सुन लीजिए पहले मेरी बात को। अगर जहां पे ट्रेजेडी होती है वहां पे जागृति आ जाती है। अभी बहुत सारे जिम चल रहे हैं, बहुत सारी जो होलसेल मार्केट है दिल्ली के अंदर, चाहे खारी बावली है, चाहे सदर बाजार है।
नहीं सेठी साहब, अगर आपको इतना सब पता है सर, इतना सब पता है, तो आपने एक्शन क्यों नहीं लिया?
सेठी साहब, मैं तो एक गल पूछा,
सेंट्रल सरकार का बनता है वो, जो बड़ी
मैं तो एक गल पूछा।
सुन लीजिए, अरे भाई साहब, आप अपने समय बोले, मेरी बात पूरी होने दीजिए, पहले मेरी बात।
सेठी साहब देखिए, आप सिटीजन की वॉइस को सुनिए सर। सुहेल का एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन सुन लीजिए, फिर आप जवाब दीजिएगा।
एक मिनट, रीजनेबल बंदे are you ashamed of this tragedy or not? As Mr. Sethi, are you ashamed of this tragedy? You're a reasonable human being. You are a family man. Do you actually agree with this tragedy? Do you condone this tragedy?
अरे सुन लीजिए ना, अरे खत्म हो गया सर, अरे खत्म हो गया सर। Everybody is ashamed. Everybody.
No, everyone is not ashamed. One second, Sethi Saab, don't normalize this. I want to know, is the Aam Aadmi Party's Arvind Kejriwal ashamed that all this has happened under his watch?
You cry outside Parliament.
I am not the
you
part
don't
of
go
the
and
government.
condone the parents.
I am trying to raise the issues.
No, you are not an activist, as in the Aam Aadmi Party. Sethi Saab no longer is an activist party. You are ruling Delhi.
I am also raising the issues. I am also raising the issues. मैं आपको होलसेल मार्केट की बात बता रहा हूँ, वहां पे आग लग जाती है, सदर बाजार है, टैंक रोड है।
अरे सेठी साहब, ये दिल्ली की जनता ये नहीं सुनना चाहती, हम जानना चाहते हैं कि अब देखिए, सुनिए सेठी साहब, इस समय दिल्ली में अच्छी बारिश हो रही है, तेज बारिश हो रही है। आप मुझे गारंटी दे सकते हैं कि किसी बेसमेंट में पानी नहीं भरेगा, वहां बच्चों की मौत नहीं होगी? ये गारंटी दे सकते हैं आप?
नहीं, मैं उसी के ऊपर, अरे मैडम गारंटी कोई नहीं सकता है, इसके ऊपर एक्शन हो रहा है। मैं वही कह रहा हूँ, जहाँ पे ट्रेजेडी होती है वहाँ पे एक्शन शुरू हो जाते हैं।
अच्छा, ट्रेजेडी होगी उसके बाद आप एक्शन लेंगे?
ट्राई कर रहे हैं।
This is the tragedy.
3 फुट की गलियां।
नहीं,
वो आप बात को समझे ना, ये सरकारों का काम है।
अरे तो आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार है सर दिल्ली में, है ना?
आम आदमी पार्टी क्या सर्कस है या सरकार है? आप बोलो, आम आदमी पार्टी सरकार चला रही है या सर्कस चला रही है?
आप
नहीं, आपने अभी कहा ना कि सरकार का काम है, तो आम आदमी पार्टी का काम है या
सरकार के
या दीप्ति का काम है? आप बोलो ना, आपने
ये दोनों का काम
अभी
है।
एक शब्द, आपने
ये
एक सेंटेंस यूज किया
सर, ये
है
collective-
कि ये सरकार का
अरे
काम है।
सुन लीजिए ना,
तो सरकार का काम
अरे
सरकार
सोहेल
करेगी
साहब,
या आप
सुन
करोगे?
लीजिए। अरे सोहेल साहब सुन लीजिए ना, अरे सुन लीजिए ना, अरे जवाब नहीं लेंगे, बोलते जाएंगे। मैं कह रहा हूं ये कलेक्टिव जिम्मेवारी है, सेंटर सरकार की भी और स्टेट सरकार की भी। सेंटर सरकार के भी सांसद है दिल्ली के अंदर, पूरे देश के अंदर उनकी सरकार है, उनकी भी जिम्मेवारी है और स्टेट सरकार की भी जिम्मेवारी है। आप ब्लेम यहाँ टीवी, नेशनल टीवी पे बैठकर इस तरह के ब्लेम गेम करेंगे, मैं दोनों को टारगेट कर रहा हूँ।
सेठी साहब बस करिए सर, बस करिए ये राजनीति, बस करिए। देखिए एक इंग्लिश में और हिंदी में एक छोटा सा वर्ड है सॉरी।
नहीं कर रहा,
कम से कम गलती तो मानिए सेठी साहब कि आम आदमी पार्टी से बहुत बड़ी गलती हो गई है, दिल्ली की जनता से माफी तो मांगिए।
अरे मैडम गलती अरे मैडम मैं आई एम नॉट इन द पार्ट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट। मैं ये कह रहा हूँ सेंट्रल सरकार और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट दोनों।
देखिए आपको पता है ना, फरवरी में इलेक्शन होने हैं अभी दिल्ली में, इलेक्शन बाकी है। और मैं क्विकली अजय जी के पास चलती हूँ, मिथुन इज ऑल्सो वेटिंग। अब अजय जी आपने सुना अभी सेठी साहब कैसे आम आदमी पार्टी को डिफेंड कर रहे हैं। क्या आपको लगता है कि दिल्ली की जनता से किसी को माफी मांगनी चाहिए या दिस इज बिजनेस एज यूजुअल?
देखिए मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, जो ये घटना दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण दुखद घटना हुई है, जिनके बच्चे चले गए वो तो लौटने नहीं है।
हाँ।
आपने कहा कि दिल्ली के चुने हुए मुख्यमंत्री को जब जेल में डाल दिया जाता है पॉलिटिकल विंडेटा के तहत, तो फिर यहाँ शासन एलजी का चलता है। और जब एलजी चलाते हैं, जब G20 हो रहे थे, 9 करोड़ के बजट 4200 करोड़ रुपए में होके वो फूल पौधे पत्ते बाग गली मोहल्ले घूमते फिर रहे थे एलजी साहब, खुशी खुशी सारे लोगों ने वो।
अरे अजय जी अगर मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल के पास जीरो पावर है, जीरो अकाउंटेबिलिटी है सर, तो रिजाइन कर देना।
फिर और किसी को मत बुलाया करिए, थोड़ा सुन लीजिए।
नहीं अजय जी देखिए, सुनना नहीं है, जनता बहुत सुन चुकी है।
नहीं
हमें सोल्यूशन चाहिए।
आप एजेंडा चला रही हैं, एलजी का प्रतिनिधि कर रही हैं।
अरे कमाल है, बिल्कुल ये एजेंडा है, जनता का एजेंडा है सर। मैं भी दिल्ली में रहती हूँ,
चला रही हैं।
बिल्कुल ये पीपल्स एजेंडा है, ये पीपल्स शो है। अजय जी आपको सुनना तो पड़ेगा, लेकिन जवाब तो देंगे ना आप मुझे।
दिल्ली ने 7 MP भारतीय जनता पार्टी को दिए हैं, वो कोई बायोलॉजिकल नहीं है।
और मुख्यमंत्री किसका है अजय जी? मुख्यमंत्री किसका है?
नहीं मुख्यमंत्री अगर फेल हो गया तो MP का दायित्व क्या है? वोट कहां से लाए वो?
तो मानिए तो सही कि फेल हुए हैं ना, मानिए तो सही कि फेल हो गए हैं। बोलिए सेठी साहब को कि अरविंद केजरीवाल फेल हो गए हैं।
और जो सुहेल साहब यहाँ LG के आधिकारिक प्रवक्ता के तौर पर उनको डिफेंड कर रहे हैं और सरकार बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता बने बैठे हैं, मुझे नहीं पता किस लिए बैठे हैं यहाँ। ये MP
पहले बोला
कि
LG
लड़ाई
कर रहे हैं,
गरीब जनता के दिल को
लड़ाई करी आम आदमी पार्टी से। आपको
अजय जी इतना नाराज आप हो रहे हैं सर, थोड़ा बहुत गुस्सा आपको आज अरविंद केजरीवाल, LG, MCD सबके लिए आना चाहिए।
आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए।
आपका कान भी वीक है, आपका लॉजिक भी वीक है। मैंने पहले कहा कि LG और आम आदमी पार्टी।
अजय जी आप पर्सनल अटैक करके आपको क्या मिलेगा सर? पर्सनल अटैक करके क्या मिलेगा?
की तो आदत डालिए, लॉजिक की तो आदत डालिए।
और आप भी मैडम केवल एजेंडा सरकार को जिम्मेदारी है,
सबकी जिम्मेदारी है ना अजय जी, सबकी जिम्मेदारी है।
आप कहिए भाजपा के MP की कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, ये केवल
भाजपा जाए भाड़ में, आम आदमी पार्टी जाए भाड़ में, सिटीजन कहाँ जाएगा?
कमाल है अजय जी अगर आम आदमी पार्टी फेल हो गई है, मान तो लीजिए कि फेल हो गई है,
मान लिया। वो
ऐसी कौन सी मजबूरी है कि आपको अरविंद केजरीवाल को हर समय डिफेंड करना पड़ रहा है?
इस्तीफा मांगा आपने, बीजेपी के MP का, LG का इस्तीफा मांगा,
सबको रिजाइन
जो देश की सरकार के प्रतिनिधि के रूप में।
सर आपको चैनल थोड़ा ध्यान से देखना और सुनना चाहिए। हम लगातार बीते 4 दिन से यही कह रहे हैं कि चाहे MCD हो, चाहे LG हो, चाहे दिल्ली सरकार हो, तीनों फेल हुए हैं सर, तीनों।
पहलवान बेटियों पे दिल्ली पुलिस लाठी बरसाती है, बदमाशी और क्राइम बढ़ता है।
नहीं अब आप देखिए, व्हाट अबाउट री मत करिए। मैं आई वुड गेट मिथुन इनटू द कन्वर्सेशन एंड मिथुन अपॉलजीज, आई हैड टू कीप यू वेटिंग फॉर सो लॉन्ग. But Mithun, also let's talk about what's happened in Kerala. If you have the Home Minister saying this on the floor of the House, Mithun, that the state was forewarned. He says July the 23rd, 7 days before the landslide struck Wayanad, we informed the state, we warned them. So shouldn't the state have acted, Mithun?
See, if early warnings were issued, as Amit Shah claims, then it's even more painful knowing that, at least some of the lives could have been saved if these early warnings were taken seriously. And the center says they have issued early warnings to Kerala government on July 23rd, followed by more warnings on 24th, 25th, 26th. And I don't think Amit Shah can go to the extent of, lying like this. And although Pinarayi Vijayan has denied it. But according to the center, these warnings clearly indicated the risk of landslides and called for immediate action to protect the people. And if it is true that the center had warned, then an effective use of the warnings could have helped to a good extent. And we have seen such examples before, like you said, Orissa, they effectively used the early warning systems to prepare for natural disasters. And now Pinarayi Vijayan says that, center did not issue any early warning, but can he deny even the Gadgil committee's findings? Madhav Gadgil committee report, which was submitted almost more than a decade ago, it highlighted the fragile ecological balance of the Western Ghats and recommended measures to protect it. It suggested that, for zoning regulations, banning hazardous industries, forest and water conservation, community involvement. But sadly, the report was not taken seriously by both the UDF and LDF governments. The cost of this negligence is now being paid by common people, is what I would say. He can say that, Amit Shah's department did not issue us proper warnings. But what about the Madhav Gadgil committee report? Did you take it seriously? That's a question we should be asking the Kerala government now. And the landslide in Wayanad, which has claimed over 100 lives, is a tragic example of what happens when we ignore expert advice. And this, this disaster could have been mitigated, if not completely prevented, had the recommendations of experts been taken into considerations. And I heard Mr. Cherian say that, the center should make their warnings very public. But I don't think that's how it works, because the center issues warning to the state. The state has to take time to coordinate its response, mobilize resources and prepare for the calamity. And that's why things are not made too public, because that would create a ruckus. So I think the Kerala government should take some responsibility and, admit that it's a failure on its part.
Okay, I just have a last minute on the show. I want to give 10 seconds to Ajay ji before I come to Suhail and Dilip for their very, very, short comments. Ajay ji, accept करेंगे कि केरला में भी गलती हो गई है? दिल्ली में तो हुई है, केरला में भी गलती हो गई। अगर वार्निंग सुन लेते तो ये जिंदगियां बच जाती।
देखिए, देश की सरकार, गृह मंत्री और एलजी साहब और भाजपा के नेता आपदा में जो अफसर तलाश रहे हैं उसे बंद कर दें। यानी भगवान बहुत नाराज हो जाएगा, ये लोग आपदा में अफसर ना तलाशें।
नहीं, अब आपको लग रहा है कि सब लोग झूठ बोल रहे हैं, सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं, सब आपके खिलाफ है अजय जी।
और आई वांट गॉड, अगर जब नाराज होता है ना, पर भगवान जब नाराज होता है तो फिर ऐसे ही होता है कि सरकार भी
नहीं, आप क्या इशारा कर रहे हैं? आप अपना पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जो तमाम जिंदगियां चली गई हैं सर दिल्ली और केरला में, आपको लगता है ये मजाक कर सकते हैं?
जो सरकार को काम करना है, अपनी फेलियरिटी दूसरे पर न डाले और सरकार काम करे। और जो भाजपा के मुखौटे चेहरे और शेल कंपनी और मित्र मीडिया है, मैं उनसे भी अनुरोध है कि आपदा में प्लीज हाथ जोड़कर प्रार्थना है, आपदा में अफसर न तलाशें।
कमाल है, आपसे सवाल पूछा जाए तो पॉलिटिक्स होगा, लेकिन आप कुछ सवाल कर ले तो वही सत्य होगा। अब इस तरह तो नहीं चलेगा ना। सुहेल, 30 seconds to you. 30 seconds.
He is not Raja Harish Chandra that we have to only believe Ajay. A, B. Has he got a solution? He's only finding problems. That is the problem in this country. We have a problem for every solution. This man, in his entire diktat, in his entire
Ajay ji, बोलने दीजिए ना, आप सुन लीजिए सर, सुन लीजिए।
He has abused the BJP. He has now invoked the wrath of God. Has he given a solution? No. The answer is there is no solution. Now, as Ajay said, and rightly so, that the BJP should be held accountable. Yes, you hold them accountable. But who's going to hold them accountable? And I'm glad that the Delhi High Court has called all these jokers in. I wish and I pray they are arrested on the spot and not released. And they are booked for culpable homicide as they should be.
Okay, last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds to Dilip on the show.
I think that the tragedy in this country is that we do not pin the blame on the people at the very top. And I think that has to begin. We have to get past this constant habit of trying to find the lowest form of life, the poorest jail to haul to prison. I think the courts, the citizens, as Suhail said, are to blame for electing these people time and time again. But I think we are living in a world where information sharing is absolutely instant. just as you talked about how lives were saved in Orissa,
Yes.
it is because the entire state is made aware that there is a cyclone coming. Get out of your homes and rush to where the shelters are. I think this fear that they have to go through this process is yet another bureaucratic failure which we don't have the time anymore for.
Yes.
Remember, with global warming, these kinds of natural tragedies are going to revisit us, sadly, time and time again.
Absolutely.
With or without warnings.
I think,
you have
Dilip,
floods.
both you and Suhail have hit the nail on the head, and also Mithun, but a lot of netas on the panel have said, unse puchiye, inse puchiye. And apologies to all our callers that we could not take most of your calls on live, but remember, we are thankful for the feedback. And Times Now will continue to keep asking the question. Tomorrow at 2:30 is when the MCD Commissioner will be presented in the court. What happens? We'll track that story, Suhail. I'm going to see you tomorrow too. For the moment, thank you so much.